Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on another one of our videos. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy this video, as it's the best way to support this channel. And of course, if you haven't done so already, subscribe if you're new. In this video, we planned on doing a 5F blade all over on this beautiful Cockapoo, but we quickly realized that the rear of the dog and all around her vulva area and her butt area was extremely matted, and we had to approach it a different way. I decided, let me try a 7F blade to see if I could get that through her. The rest of the dog was not quite as matted as her rear, so we decided that we had to really shave out the matted areas. I quickly realized that even the 7F blade was not working. It just wasn't going through these severe mats. I then resorted to using a 10 blade. Your 10 blade is going to be your safest blade out of all of them. The 10 blade will also get beneath the mat better than any other blade, except for like your 40s and 30s. But when working these sensitive areas like the butt and the vulva area, the 10 blade is going to be the safest blade. You could see how all the mats are coming off in one piece. I'm going side to side by her little butt. I don't want to come upward just in case she sits down. I don't want her sitting on the blade and cutting herself. I'm really trying to locate her vulva here. It's so covered up with mats and hair. I just really want to know where it is so I don't accidentally nick her. So I'm going down the back of her leg here prior to going to her vulva area, just to clear out and make it more visible for me. And guys, you can see how the mats are just pulling on her skin here. Very uncomfortable for the dog, so we really have to work on getting this out and getting her cleaned up. What also happens here is when the dog urinates, all that urine gets stuck on the fur and can cause really bad skin irritation and other problems. Testing the blade because the 10 blade is getting hot, so I'm spraying it down with some cool lube. Always make sure that your blades are nice and cool when doing this. You don't want to burn your dog. Starting to come up underneath, and again, I'm just trying to make some room and see where I'm at. I'm going side to side in a V formation. The matting was literally attached to her little vulva area. That's how close the mat was. It was a very tedious job. Always try to identify exactly where you're going to clip before clipping. I'm more or less coming up from behind her vulva, and I'm doing short little strokes just to ensure that I don't nick her. I'm doing it little by little. You really need to finesse this area. That little mat was attached to her. You can imagine that this makes the dog feel very uncomfortable. I was successfully able to clip out most of the matting by her vulva, so I started down her legs. We're not really going for looks on this, guys, but we are going to try to camouflage this and make it look as good as we can. If you ever find yourself in a situation like this as a groomer or grooming your dog at home, never attempt to demat this. The mats were so severe, and if you tried to brush this out or pull it out with a comb or any dematting tool, you would more than likely really hurt the dog. So again, never try to demat something that is this far gone. So now I'm just working down her legs again. And I'm trying to leave on whatever hair I can so that we can make it look good in the end, or as good as possible. So as you can see, I'm not really shaving down her paws or anything, and I'm leaving her hock area. I'm leaving a little bit on her legs just so that she could still have some angulation and it will match her front legs a little bit better. I'm shaving the inside of the leg here because she was really matted all throughout the inside of her legs as well. Once she was all cleared out, she definitely started to feel a lot better. You could see how tight these mats are. This is holding the skin together. It's not allowing the skin to breathe, trapping urine and other debris in there that makes it really uncomfortable for the dog. So you never want to let this happen. So this is after the bath now, so we're just going over her. Now that clipper blade is really going to fly through her. The hard part is generally over at this point. Now we could start to see if we make it about looks a little bit, and we could really try to match it up and get it to look as good as possible, even though we had to shave so much off of her. I'm scissoring up the hair on her hocks and her feet. Mats like this are usually caused from just lack of brushing or improper brushing, or allowing the dog to get wet without brushing prior to. For example, we always stress in most of our videos, always brush before you bathe your dog. These are the type of mats that will form if not. So you could see the difference that it makes if you just leave a little bit of hair on and give you something to work with. But at this point, we're just really trying to camouflage everything and make her look the best she can, even though she was so matted. Now that she's all cleared out, she's going to be able to go to the bathroom more easy. It's not going to get stuck to her, and she's just going to stay cleaner. So here's her after. She doesn't look so bad. She's adorable. This is her before, guys. Again, so severe. You can see all those mats just billowing out of her. There it is after. She definitely felt a lot better after her bath. All things considered, guys, I think she looks great, and that about does it. Like I said earlier in the video, the 10 blade is what you want to use here. Don't use any other blade. Be very careful. Don't mistake a 10 blade for a 7F or a 5 or even a 30. I would definitely just stick to a 10 blade because, again, it is the safest blade, and that's what you want to use in these areas. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, as it's the best way to support this channel. And of course, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe if you're new. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video.